I looked away, pretending to study the rest of the small room around us, but really trying to pull myself together. I wasn't sure I'd ever been alone with someone so beautiful and elegant before, at least someone I wasn't related to. My grandfather's words about indulging in a sexy adventure rattled in my head, making my face heat even more. "You okay?" he asked. "I didn't mean to embarrass you, Felix." The sound of my name on his tongue made me shiver. I still couldn't look at him. "Are you cold? Maybe you should move back by the fire," he suggested. His voice was still quiet and low, as if he was worried a louder sound might scare me off. "I'm really hot." "Oh, God." He barked out a laugh. "Your lips to God's ears, man." "No, oh, God, no, I didn't mean it like that," I groaned. I risked a peek back at him and saw a gentleness to his features, despite his smile. "I don't bite," he said. "Come back, please." If I came any closer to him, I'd spontaneously combust. Instead, I shot out of the chair and lurched toward the carved windows. "Tell me about your beautiful wood," I suggested. There was a beat of silence as my words echoed around the small space. I let out a breath and decided to admit defeat. I just wasn't cool enough to hang with this gorgeous man. Too much pressure to be someone I wasn't. I was completely out of my element. Plus, a man like him would never be attracted to a geek like me. It was a classic case of the quarterback taking interest in a band geek or math tutor. It just didn't happen in real life. "I think I should go," I said with a wince, before I say something even stupider. I heard him stand from his chair and approach me. My body was still angled toward the window, so I didn't have to look at him, but as soon as I felt his large presence behind me, I slumped forward, bending my shoulders in and crossing my arms around my stomach. This was so damn embarrassing. I honestly wasn't used to meeting new people. I spent most of my days alone with research books and my laptop or in a glass shop. Why did I even accept his invitation to sit down for tea? Maybe a part of me had thought this was an exotic escape from reality where I wasn't the same introverted nerd I was at home, but it wasn't. "Felix." The deep voice behind me made me want to whimper and beg. I had never noticed how sexy something could sound before. I shook my head and let out a chuckle. This entire situation was ridiculous. I was playing at living out a fantasy when in reality, fantasy Felix turned out to be just as awkward and geeky as real Felix. I'm a huge dork. Really. It's lucky I didn't break anything. I should really just go. "It was nice to meet you, Leo." I turned to make my escape and came face to throat with him. "Fuck, you're tall," I blurted at his shirt collar. "And you're adorable as hell. Have dinner with me tonight." I leaned my head back to look at him in shock. "Are you crazy? Didn't you hear all the shit I just said? I'm a hot mess." "You're fun." "I'm awkward," I corrected. "You're genuine," Leo said with a grin. "You're insane." "Are you looking for trouble or something?" I asked, noticing a seriousness behind his teasing. "No, but I think I found it anyway. Meet me in the kitchen at 7 o'clock, Felix. Dress warmly." I shifted sideways to make my way toward where I remembered the panel opening having been. There was no obvious way to open it back up, though. So I stood there like an idiot, trying to figure it out, when Leo leaned around me to reach for one of the glass balls dangling above. Oh, I caught a whiff of his scent. He smelled like a hint of spicy aftershave, mixed with the clean sea air and nutmeg from the tea he'd made. It was a unique combination I knew would always remind me of this bizarre moment in a hidden room at Gadleigh Castle.